I was carrying 100 tons of industrial pepper on purpose to make the truck overturn, and seeing the villagers coming to steal everything, I knew my plan had worked. Because 9 years ago, my father was driving a truck that passed through the village of Chaore. Then the tires burst because of nails that covered the entire road. He died in the accident, and the pigs he was carrying were looted by the villagers. I knew it wasn't an accident. The nails had been placed on purpose by the villagers to make the truck overturn so they could steal the cargo. My mother wanted to sue them, but the villagers made a scene and refused to take responsibility. The police couldn't do anything, and the case ended just like that. 9 years later, I am driving a truck through the same place, but this time, it looks like I'm carrying normal peppers, when in reality, they are industrial peppers, with millions of units of heat. At the very least, you would end up in intensive care. In the worst case, you would die instantly. On purpose, I stopped the truck at a rest stop a few kilometers from the village. In the next second, an old man in simple clothes approached. "Young man, where are you taking this truck full of peppers?" "I'm going to Jeju to deliver peppers to a 5-star restaurant." The old man laughed immediately. I recognized him from when I went to retrieve my father's body 9 years ago. If it hadn't been for him stopping my father along the way and making him pass through the villages of Chihuahua and Mafe, my father would never have died. He gave a greedy smile and said, "Young man, look, the highway ahead is under construction for quite a long stretch. Let me take you through a state road that's a shortcut. I live in the village of Chaore. It's on the way. Give me a ride." Then the old man looked at the truck full of red peppers behind me and smiled even more. He thought the people in the region loved peppers, and that this was the perfect season to dry them. When the truck passed through the village of Chaor, if they prepared in advance, my truck would never come back. The whole family would get a truckload of peppers for free and still make a profit. He knew this scheme inside out because he was exactly the man the village sent to lure trucks to pass through there, and he had already ruined many truck drivers, but he didn't know that this time I was prepared. Before coming, I had already made an arrangement with a relative of another victim. I would drive the truck and overturn it on purpose, and Chu would be responsible for collecting evidence of the crime. "Hey old man, get in the truck already." The old man climbed into the truck happily. As soon as he got in, he secretly took out his phone and sent messages to the other villagers to prepare to steal the cargo. After that, he started chatting with me to make me relax. "Young man, what kind of pepper is this in your truck? I've never seen it before. The packaging looks very fancy." "I don't really know either. It must be some new variety." The owner of the cargo said these peppers are extremely expensive. But he misunderstood. Thick, hard packaging doesn't mean it's fancy. It means the content is dangerous and must be tightly sealed, because this pepper has 100 times more capsaicin than normal pepper. Normally, it's not for eating. It's used to make biological pesticide, anti-corrosion cable coating, and to manufacture tear gas bombs. Its destructive power is enormous. That's why I chose to transport it. The more expensive it is, the better the price I can sell it for. The old man only thought about what it would be like when the truck overturned. He didn't even notice that hazardous material was written on the truck in large letters. Soon the truck entered the village of Chaore, and that's when the old man asked to get off. "Young man, suddenly I have a stomachache. I need to go to the bathroom. Let me get off here and I'll come back on my own later." He was looking for a way to get off, because minutes earlier he had already informed the villagers by phone, who were spreading nails on the road ahead. He didn't want to continue, afraid of being crushed when the truck overturned. I calmly said, "Hold on a bit longer. We're almost there." And then I accelerated the truck to the maximum. The old man panicked and, to force me to stop, pretended he was going to pull down his pants. "Stop the truck! I can't hold it anymore. I'll do it right here." I said, "Relax. We truck drivers have seen everything. Under your seat there's a clean bucket. You can use it. Stop the truck. You've already passed my house." The old man saw we were about to reach the accident spot. His hair stood on end from fear, and he took out a small hammer he had prepared earlier. He struck the passenger side window several times with force, but it didn't even scratch. "Old man, this is double laminated tempered glass. I replaced it last month. It's very resistant." "Why are you so nervous? We're almost at the village." "Young man, don't go forward. I told the people to spread nails on the road. We're almost there." "Huh? Spread what?" "The harvester outside is making too much noise. I can't hear anything." The old man stopped pretending and shouted in my ear that he had told people to set a trap on the road, spreading nails to puncture the tires and make the truck overturn. "Why didn't you say it earlier?" I slowed down, but the truck had already run over the nails. Instantly, the tires burst, and the truck went straight into an abandoned pigsty by the roadside. Fortunately, I had installed a reinforced seatbelt in the driver's seat and was wearing an impact-resistant vest. I was only a bit dizzy. As for the old man in the passenger seat, due to inertia, he got trapped by the crushed front of the truck. The red bricks of the pigsty flew and hit his head. His face was covered in blood. A total disaster. "Young man, save me. Call someone quickly to help me, please." The old man said this, but with the phone in his hand, he didn't call the police immediately, because he had something more important to do. Delete the messages he had sent to the villagers warning about the nails. But his face was covered in blood and he couldn't see where the delete button was. "I'll call right away, old man. Are you okay? Let me see where you're hurt." I pretended to care and reached out to feel him, then accidentally knocked the phone out of his hand. Then I opened the window and shouted for help. "Someone come help! Call the police!" But the people who came running didn't help anyone. Aunt Chan, who came first, heard my cry for help, snatched my phone from the window, and threw it away, afraid I would call the police. Everyone stared at the sacks of red peppers, and the old man had said in his message that this time it was luxury goods that would make a lot of money. "Aunt, save me, and him too. Look, the old man's face is covered in blood. He's badly injured. I can't move you like this. It's better to wait for the police and ambulance to come save you." She said that, and didn't care anymore whether we were alive or dead, shouting for the other villagers to come quickly and take the pepper sacks, yelling, "We're rich! We're going to be rich again! Soon everyone will be able to build 3-story houses!" At that moment I was dizzy, without strength to open the truck door, seeing everything blurred. A crowd was coming, some with large sacks, others with baskets, all prepared. They picked up the pepper sacks scattered on the ground. The young men carried them on their backs and walked away. The old people dragged 2 sacks with effort. A bit farther away there were tricycles waiting to carry them. It was obviously organized crime, everyone experienced and coordinated. I shouted desperately from inside the truck. Don't take those peppers. You can't eat them. Now that I've taken them, they're mine. You're already in an accident. Stay quiet and wait for help. An old woman even mocked me and walked off quickly, dragging a huge sack of peppers. This pepper is poisonous. You can't eat it. Believe me. Oh, we're just taking a few of your peppers, and you make things up saying it's poisonous? If it's poisonous, why are you carrying so much? Do you think we're fools? Another villager saw that the large sacks had already disappeared and started picking peppers from the ground, but when he got close, it burned so much he couldn't even open his eyes. Still, he laughed and said, "So strong, I like it." He endured it and grabbed a bunch of peppers, putting them in his sack. The others did the same. I didn't try to convince anyone anymore. The dizziness and nausea made me feel like vomiting. Without realizing it, I blacked out. My mission had already been completed. Now it was Chu's turn.